Today, my dear child, my gaze turns toward you, for something has been brought before my throne. This is not an ordinary case, nor an accusation raised by earthly enemies, but a cry that has come from someone who shares your blood. Your lineage, yes. One of your ancestors has come before me to intercede on your behalf. He has stood in the gap for you, crying out for your deliverance, for there is a weight upon your life that you have been carrying without even understanding its origin. My child, you feel that cycles are repeating. Your hands seem to touch the promises, but at the last moment, something prevents them from being fulfilled. Doors close before you can walk through them. Dreams that seemed ready to bloom are cut off before the harvest. Your heart longs, but reality often confronts you with frustration. You have asked yourself why certain battles never end, why some struggles seem greater than your strength, why certain patterns persist in your life and in your home. Today, my child, I tell you, what is before you did not begin with you. Even before your existence, before your feet touched this earth, covenants were made, words were spoken, alliances were established, some out of fear, some out of ignorance, and others in moments of desperation. There were those who, without knowing, opened doors to the adversary and granted him access to your lineage. Thus, the flow of blessings destined for you was halted. What your parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents faced was not merely natural, but spiritual. Curses were spoken, and they settled like invisible walls around your family, trying to limit and steal what had already been decreed for you. But behold, today, I bring the truth to light. The time of your deliverance has come. I will no longer allow you to walk under burdens that do not belong to you. I am now breaking the hidden chains, the ties of injustice that have hindered your path since ancient times. There are things that have remained hidden, secrets buried under generations of silence. Many of your ancestors fought spiritual battles without even understanding the war they were facing. Others made decisions that gave the enemy legal ground not only to touch their lives, but also future generations. Some of these decisions were made out of fear, others out of ignorance, and others simply in desperation. These spiritual bonds are not visible to the naked eye, but their effects are felt in every step you take. They are cycles of limitation, repeating like shadows over your path. They are inexplicable difficulties, unceasing battles that drain your strength, attempting to weaken your faith. They are doors that close at the last moment, stolen opportunities, delayed victories. How many times have you felt that you were so close to triumph, only to see it slip away like sand through your fingers? But today, my child, I tell you, what was hidden is now being exposed. What was legally established against you without your knowledge will now be broken by the power of my decree. The chains of the past will no longer hold you, for I, the Lord, am issuing an order in the heavens. It is time for deliverance. Do not fear, for I have never left you alone in this battle. Before you took your first breath, before your mother carried you in her womb, I had already established a purpose for your life. I designed you with intention, carefully shaping every detail of you with my hands. I breathed into you the breath of life and determined a calling upon your existence. Your lineage carries a legacy of promises, a glorious destiny that the enemy has attempted to disrupt, but he will not prevail. Something supernatural is happening in the heavens right now, for the intercession of the one who came on your behalf has been accepted before me. He did not ask for riches, position, or even protection. He cried out for the breaking of chains, pleaded for your journey to be freed, for your path to be unlocked, for your identity to no longer be obscured by the darkness of the past. And I have heard this cry. Now I issue a decree. The chains that bound you have been broken. Yes, my child, the battle did not begin with you, but its end will come through you. I have called you to be a pioneer, a restorer of the breach, a deliverer within your lineage. What stopped your parents and grandparents will not stop you. What limited past generations will no longer have dominion over your life. But listen carefully, for there is a part that belongs to you. Deliverance has been declared, but now you must align with my will. You must reject the words of defeat spoken over you. You must renounce the unconscious vows that accepted misery, fear, and shame as part of your story. You must choose to walk in truth, and no longer in the deception of the enemy. Do not look back. Do not allow the voice of doubt or the weight of unbelief to pull you away from what I am doing. The adversary will try to whisper in your ear that nothing has changed, that the chains are still there, that the cycles continue. But behold, I, the Lord, tell you, it is done. From today, the path is open. The generational curses have lost their power. The contrary words have been canceled. The chains have been destroyed. Now rise and walk in the direction of your purpose. I'm establishing a new season over your life. Things that once seemed unreachable will now be within your grasp. What once seemed impossible will be done. Your name will be restored. Your family will be impacted. Your gifts will flourish. The spiritual inheritance that was interrupted will be restored. For I am pouring upon you the blessing that was once withheld. I am releasing the harvest that your ancestors sowed. Many prayed, fasted, and cried out, but did not live to see the fulfillment of the promise. But you will see it. You will carry a new legacy. Your descendants will not know the same cycles of pain that you have known. Your children and your children's children will walk in freedom, because you are the one who stood up to break the chains. This is a time of restoration, advancement, and fulfillment. The enemy tried to delay your journey, tried to frustrate your path, tried to imprison your mind with lies and despair. But what I have determined, no one can stop. Therefore rise, take possession of your inheritance, walk with courage, for the sentence has been revoked, and the decree of victory has already been issued. Freedom is yours. I am your God, and what I have promised, I will fulfill. Amen. My child, before leaving this video, I ask you to subscribe to the channel, Walking with Jesus, and stay connected. Here, you will be in contact with my teachings and guidance. I am your refuge and your strength. Trust in me and stay attentive to my words, for they are life for you.